Alright guys, here's my first attempt at making a little demo video for you of Ableton Live. So actually the camera strapped to my chair because I'm not a cameraman and I don't know the best way to do this, but anyways, this is my desktop setup. The left monitor right there, that's Ableton Live running. Two monitors, the other monitor just got Windows Explorer up, and then you can see my Novation mininova connected via USB into the computer, and then you've got my Novation Launchpad also connected there. Now what's cool about mininova and Launchpad is that the colored keys you see here, I mean it's basically just a MIDI controller, but the colored keys here are color coded for a reason. You can color code them any way you want. I just needed a memory trick, so I know when I push a red button it's going to launch drums. When I push a black button it's going to launch bass. I'll give you a little example here. We'll push a red button and we'll hear some bass start here. Turn up the volume to make sure you guys can hear it. And I push a black button, we should hear some bass come in. Boom. And basically what that's doing on the computer, if you can see that, is you got this little grid up here in Ableton Live. And inside of that grid are little tracks or loops I made. And they're playing notes or drum beats basically. So the red column right here, that top drum beat, that's what's playing right now. Then when I launch the black one, it's laying bass on top. All of my loops will only launch at the beginning of a measure. That keeps them in sync. So I got, if you can see there, my purple's like a synth, my yellow color coding, that's like a flute or woodwind instrument. My blue, that's blue strings in this case. Orange I'm using for guitars, and there's another purple, so that's going to be another like synth sound there. But anyways, they are exactly the same as the colors on the keys here. So I know yellow is a woodwind instrument. We'll add a flute there. There it goes. So again, there's a delay when I push the button. That's because it was only going to start at the beginning of a measure. That way it keeps it in sync, so I don't mess up the timing when I launch these loops. We'll add a little synth here. There it goes. Yeah, there's a delay on when it's coming in because again, it's launched at the beginning of measures. And then again, we can add more. Actually, that's a piano I added for this demonstration, so we won't worry about that for now. We'll just launch the other two. And you can see the bells playing there. So anyways, if we look at Ableton Live, we can see all the loops running that are coordinated with what I just launched from the MIDI controller. If I push this button down here, it'll launch all the loops with that line, which is nothing, so that just kills it. So anyways, what I'm showing you right here, this is just like a kind of R&B rap hip hop, like some remakes I made. If we want to look at one of these and just take a look, let's just look at the flute lead here and open it. What it really is just a bunch of notes. It's going to loop measure 2 through 10 there, and you can see the little piano keyboard here. That's fine. Middle C is down a little ways, but C0 would be middle C. There's C1, there's C0, that's middle C. So anyways, these are just notes. You can just record these in by hand using the keyboard. That's just playing the piano track there, so you can either record those in by hand, or you can pull them in with the MIDI, or you can just use the pencil to kind of draw the notes in and create loops. So that's kind of what I did. Show you a little demonstration of how you can use it with a keyboard connected. Again, you can play software instruments here. Hopefully this kind of displays correctly. Again, because I am not a master cameraman, so let's see if this works. We'll launch some bass and drums here to start. I should probably look at what notes I'm playing. We'll start that over. I hit them again, it just starts it over. So. And so on. You can just add your own kind of keys in there. I'm just using a piano sound. Again, it's a software sound. We can change the sound to whatever we want. We'll add some more instruments in there. So, as far as RCFD goes, I think you'd kind of use something like this to fill in those sounds we can't produce with real instruments on stage. You could use, I'll kill the sound here. You could use it for, you know, if you really wanted to do softer instruments, you'd run your keyboard into, you'd run your MIDI controller here, like your Launchpad, into a tablet, either an iPad or I think what I'm going to get is a Microsoft Surface, and then you'd run that out to the PA or amp system or whatever. So it's pretty fun though. I mean, I just kind of created a bunch of loops here. These are all just different rap R&B songs. Launch the drums and bass. We'll add some synth here. And then, if you want to go on to the next line, we'll just... I don't even know what this one is, I don't remember. Strip the instruments off. So anyways, that's kind of the gist of it there. I guess I'll just show one more thing quick. So that was kind of just a mashup of rap songs I was doing just to test it. We'll open another cover I did here. This one's kind of cool. This shows a little bit more how dynamic you can be actually with covering songs and adding voices and stuff. So this is Wake Me Up by Avicii. Again, if you take a look at the pad, you got a bunch of color coordinated stuff. Each row for me here, each row is a different verse or a different chorus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I basically have 6 different choruses here. This is a little special effect I put down there. And then each column, that's a different instrument. Guitars, synth, drums, bass. I think this was some other synth here. This is actually, no, I'm sorry. This light blue, this is vocals right here. This one has vocals in it. This is some other synth stuff here. So that's what they're lined up with. Again, synced with Ableton. This is the exact same color coding here I created. We'll kind of show you this one. This one's pretty cool actually. Let's see if this shows up okay. And we will launch it if I remember how this song goes. We'll start with the guitar. We'll add a second guitar. I can increase and lower the volume right on here if I want. Right there. So we'll actually increase the volume a little bit here. Add a little metronome or drums in there. Go into the next verse. Alright, we're going to add the vocals in here in a minute. Feeling my way through the darkness. Guided by a beating heart. Add a little volume here. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young. Add a little bass. Drums. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. So that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over. I just started over the bass and drums there because I started it too early for the demonstration, so it was more to sync it up. Go on to the next verse. I cut it early for the demonstration purpose. Get the guitars looping again. Now I'll kind of go into that funky bridge here. Make sure you get the timing right. Switch up the synth that's doing that loop. You can switch it back again. So Alright, we'll go into the next verse here. Loop the guitar again in a minute. Add the vocals in here. Vocals won't come in a second, but they should be coming in.
I tried carrying the weight of the world, but I only have two hands. Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for everyone, and love is the prize.
Add the bass and drums.
So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser
and we'll prematurely jump to the next verse for the demonstration. Start that over and the keys are on. Alright, we'll jump to the last verse. Actually, just kill it. So anyways, hopefully that made sense about what I was doing there, and I'll have to think about what else to show you guys. But anyways, that wasn't meant to really be a tutorial, just a demo, so hopefully it makes sense, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks, bye.